When I made these star blocks, I had intended to make a sampler block out of them. The center would need 4.5-inch squares, which would finish to 4. So I made quite a few little sampler blocks, and I'd like to show you how to do it. How do I get my scraps? I love to use what's left over. Instead of discarding these, I cut what I can into usable strips. That's why I save 1.5, 2, or 2.5-inch strips, because they're the most usable for me, especially if I use specialty rulers. Now I either can use these for rectangles, cut squares, or by using a specialty ruler, I don't have to worry about the extra needed seam allowance when cutting a square in half and sewing it back together. I drew a triangle for my finished size, and then I drew a 1/4-inch seam allowance all the way around. As you can see, here's the 1/4 inch, so that would be the same as 2/8. 2/8, here's 4/8, 6/8, 7/8, and that's why the 7/8 math is important. When using a specialty ruler, that's already figured in to the measurement by taking that extra 3/8 away. So if I want a 1-inch, I cut these 1.5. If I would need a 1-inch finish, there I go. Sew that together, and then I will have my little square. It's a little bit of a paradigm shift to think about cutting your fabric in a certain way. Normally we cut in this horizontal fashion, but when using specialty rulers, it's easier to flip this way than thinking in the horizontal way. I'm using that 96L Omnigrid ruler just to show you different rulers. And the markings on this have the little dotted line to show where to align on the straight part. I am using a 2.5-inch strip, which will finish 2. And if I'll zoom in a little bit, you can see the 2 here. That just tells you 2-inch finished. This ruler also has that 1/4-inch line on the diagonal, so you can see if you want to fussy cut, you'll know when you're within the seam allowance. And there's how you cut your triangles. You can either make all 4 the same, depending on what you like. Let's see if I can make a pinwheel without. I know, when under pressure. How embarrassing. Oh, I'm still wrong. Oh man. Why is this not working? I don't know. That just didn't make sense for me. Okay. Or you can make, oops, I don't know. You can make a combination. We can just use your imagination with me. You can have them so the white are all facing the one way, or the broken dishes pattern, square and a square. You can make kind of like a scrappy flying geese, or so that the lights are in the goose part. And you could mix up your reds too with it. And then sew them together when you decide on a combination, and there would be your center block.